Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Dear viewers, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Cosmic Proofs as we continue our journey in the search for truth, with evidence, with proofs. Today we have an interesting topic. Now, as you know, as Muslims we call them Nasara, and in the English-speaking nations they refer to them as Christians. So which term is correct? That's what we want to get to today. First, before we begin, let me introduce our hosts. To my left, we have Dr. Saud Fawaz Al-Sha'lan. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's good to be back. Good to see you guys again.
Me too.
All right, and of course, to his twin brother, all right, Dr. Nav Fawaz Al-Sha'lan. How are you doing?
Excellent. How about
Assalamu
you?
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. May God be with you.
Thank you very much. So today, kind of a guest list, huh?
Yes, brother, because of the nature of today's episode, we're going to be very specific and it's highly technical. That's why we wanted the full attention of our viewers so that they can concentrate on evidence as we are in the program Cosmic Proofs. Every word we say has a proof.
Yes.
That's why we want them to concentrate on the proofs.
Yes.
And due to the nature of the precision of the subject and the exactitude of proofs, we didn't want to be interrupted or sidewinded by guests. Therefore, we've opted for this new format.
Don't worry, I won't bother you, okay?
Thanks.
All right. So let's get started, all right.
Yes, brother. Now, in the Islamic world, they address the Christians as being Nasara.
Yes.
Nasara in English is Nazarene. And
As the Hebrews also.
in Hebrew,
up till now.
they call them Notrim.
Notrim.
In Hebrew, they call them Notrim.
Still.
So the Jews, they call them Notrim. The Muslims call them Nasara. And they call themselves Christians.
Yes.
We want to see the nature of the word Nazarene or Nasara or Notrim in Hebrew, whether this is the true depiction of the followers of Christ, peace be upon him, at that time, and or it was Christians. And if this was the original, who called them Christians and when and where
why.
Yes.
and why? All these questions are highly precise and they need concentration and proof.
As things are being put in chronological, historical order by proofs, therefore, the nature of the precision of the argument has to be shown in chronological order.
Yes.
Yes. So we see that now I'm going to just read the text from the book of Acts, chapter 24, verse 5. I'm going to read it in the King James Version, where it says, the book of Acts 24:5, it says, "For we have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes." So in the book of Acts 24:5, it called them the sect of Nazarenes. In the Douay version, which is the Bible for the Catholics, I'm going to read it now. The book of Acts 24:5 reads as follows. "We have found this to be a pestilent man and raising seditions among all the Jews throughout the world, and author of the sedition of the sect of the Nazarenes." Again, the book of the Catholics called them the Nazarenes. Now, the New International Version, which is now mostly used in the United States, the NIV version, the book of Acts 24:5 reads as follows.
The same one.
"We have found this man to be a troublemaker, stirring up riots among the Jews all over the world. He is a ringleader of the Nazarene sect. So they called Jesus the ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes.
Therefore, the followers of Jesus, as it's depicted exactly word by word, verbatim, is Nazarenes.
Yes.
In all three versions, including the
Absolutely
the new
no
version.
disagreement
So,
on this.
exactly.
Exactly. Now we're gonna see in the Arabic language the Van Dyke, also the book of Acts 24:5. It says in Arabic, I'm going to read just the last section
Pertaining to the name.
pertaining to the name. بين جميع اليهود الذين في المسكونة ومقدام شيعة الناصريين. They call them شيعة الناصريين, the sect of the Nazarene.
Yes.
In the Catholic Bible translation
in Arabic.
into Arabic, it reads as follow: بين اليهود كافة في العالم أجمع وأحد أئمة شيعة النصارى. It reads exactly as we call them, the شيعة النصارى, as the Quran called them.
And of course,
Nasara.
Arabic is closer to the original language.
Absolutely. Now we're going to see in the original text, it's going to be precise. We will see how it developed. There is another version, they call it العربية المشتركة. This is a version in Arabic that all denominations of Christians have agreed on this version. And it reads: يثير الفتن بين اليهود في العالم كله وزعيما على شيعة النصارى. And he is the leader of the Nazarene sect. So we have seen now in 6 different versions. First,
in 2 different languages.
In the King James Version. Second, in the Douay version, the Catholic Bible in English. And in the NIV version. And then in Arabic, we have seen in what they call the Van Dyke, and then the Catholic and the old denominations. All of them have said the sect of the Nazarenes, An-Nasara, exactly as the Quran has depicted them and as the Muslims call them today. Now, to be specific, we're going to show our viewers the original page of the manuscript in the old Greek, the way Greek. We will see how this word, we're going to show it as a whole, and then we will show the
cutoff of the word
and
showing it,
magnifying it to show that this word, it means Nasara, which means Nazarene. This is the original. This is we're gonna show it anyway on the screen, and this version that is the oldest, because we have the oldest 3 versions of the Bible that were written in Greek, in Koine Greek, the Koine Greek, the Old Greek. We have the Codex Vaticanus and the Codex Sinaiticus and the Codex, what they call Alexandrius. The 3 oldest manuscripts, which dates, by the way, the oldest dates from the 4th century and 5th century. So there is nothing that comes from the 1st or 2nd or 3rd century. The first complete Bible that exists.
So between 400 and 500 years, this is the oldest original manuscripts. Therefore, there is 500 years of
of nothing.
of nothingness
Or
or
pieces of-
oblivions,
yeah.
Yes.
where it shows that.
So we see now on the screen this original text of the manuscript, the full page.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see the section magnified, and then the word Nazarene is put in highlight, in yellow highlight. You will see the same word here again in the Codex Sinaiticus, which is exactly the same word, and you will see it magnified also and put in highlight.
For
also.
those who don't read Koine Greek, obviously,
Which is like
all
most of
the
the world,
audience
right?
will not. But just remember the shape of the word itself and follow it through the other manuscript, and then the cutoff and the magnification of the same word, and you will see the same shape of the same letters being repeated, and you will see it very clearly in front of you.
Now
in the
also the third, the Codex Alexandrius, the Alexandrian Codex, which is the full Bible from the 5th century, also we have the same thing, and that section magnified and also the word highlighted. So we see in the three versions the same word in Koine Greek, which means An-Nasara, which means Nazarene. So nowhere in the Bible they were called Christians.
Yes.
We don't see the word Christian anywhere in the New Testament. And the reason for that,
This is the point. Yeah. What is the reason?
now I'm going to show on the screen also the word in Greek and the translation of it in Arabic. This is taken from the book of the Copts in Egypt, where they have clearly showed that they called them Shi'at an-Nasara, the sect of the Nazarene. The same word, also it's highlighted. You see it in front of you, dear viewers. So that's why the nature of the program today is very specific and by proofs.
Yes.
In other words, brothers and sisters, what we're addressing here is the exactitude, the historical, and the theological exactitude according to the manuscripts as they are, letter by letter, and throughout the different versions of the original manuscripts. Remember the shape of this word, and then follow it throughout, and you will see exactly what we're referring to. This is not a hearsay, nor is it an invention. It is an exact follow and translation of the word from the Koine Greek. So our word is the exact same as it's shown, and their word is a hearsay by calling Christians. Yes. This is very
now we're
obvious.
going to see in the book that is written, the official book in the Coptic Church, written in Arabic. You will see it, the cover of the book. They call it Dasquliya. You will see it now on the screen, and then we will see the page where it pertains to this section, and it says الباب التاسع, the 9th chapter, يجب على النصارى أي المسيحيين. It's compulsory on the Nazarene,
which
that
means
are called Christians.
Christians.
So we see that the original in all three codexes, they are called Nazarene,
Yes.
not Christians. And we see that the word Christian does not exist anywhere in the New Testament.
Not one single part of it is there. No reference whatsoever.
And
to
then
this one.
here it says in another place in the same 9th chapter in Arabic, إذا أردت أن تكون نصرانيا أي مسيحيا. If you want to be from the Nazarene, meaning Christian, you have to follow the following. Meaning that the church knows
That's the origin.
that the
Yes.
original name of the followers of Christ are
Nazarenes.
Nazarene.
Yes.
So if they know that their true name are Nasara or Notrim in Hebrew or Nazarene in English or Nazarin in French or Nazarino in Spanish and in Italian, why hide that and put in the Christians' name, mind, that when we Muslims call them Nasara, that means we are
Demeaning.
Yes.
them.
Well, yes, because it's
Because when you tell a Christian Arab Nasrani, he will tell you, why are you insulting me?
we just
أنا مسيحي, I'm a Christian. So we want him to know
That it's
that
just the opposite.
it's exactly the opposite. We are giving him the name that the followers of Christ have been given at the time of Christ, and where Christ, peace be upon him, Jesus, our beloved prophet of Islam, have been called the leader of the sect of the Nazarenes in the book of Acts 24:5, in all the languages, in all the manuscripts. Now,
Well, let's hold this idea. First, we need to take a break because this is, we need a break.
too heavy.
So, yes, a lot of information.
Yeah.
So go ahead and relax for a minute and we'll be back with some. Welcome back, viewers, as we continue our discussion about the Nazarenes. Yes. Now, Dr. Naif, I have a question, and maybe the viewers, they might have the same question. And this is, okay, why is it important? All right, if they're called Nazarenes, if they're called Christians, where does the importance lie?
brother, Islam is a religion of proof. It's not a religion of hearsay or dogma, as the church has put it to the people. Christianity, the church itself says it's a dogma. It's
Mystery.
a matter of faith, not a matter of proof.
Yes.
Islam
is a matter of proof.
is a
that
matter
leads to a matter of faith.
Yes.
It's very, very,
you see,
very fundamental difference in it. It's very
let me just give to our dear viewer an example. We have a chariot and a horse. Islam puts the horse in front of the chariot, and it tells you, let the horse lead the chariot.
Yes.
which is the
Unfortunately,
logic and physics.
the
Yes,
church
of course, 'cause
tells you,
that's how you're going to get somewhere,
Exactly.
right?
it tells you that there is no horse, there is just the chariot. Just sit on it and hope that it will go by itself.
Which would be completely illogical. Yes.
Unfortunately.
So the importance of this, brother, it's a matter of precision and a matter of fairness and a matter of textual exactitude.
Yes.
If Jesus Christ and his followers and the people of their time called them precisely and exactly as being the sect of the Nazarenes, therefore they are the sect of the Nazarenes.
And they should be called that.
And they should be continuously and uninterruptedly called the sect of the Nazarenes.
And they should be happy because
Exactly,
that's-
because that brings them to their origins and it brings them to the textual exactitude, which the Christian church in the whole pays a big toll from the unprecision. And for once they have a precise, exact name, why shouldn't they stick with it?
Yes.
So this amplifies and helps the cause of the faith.
basically to get them away from their origins.
So we are bringing them closer to the original. If you would be in London, brother, and I want to address you as being my brother in London, can I call you my brother in Paris and still meaning you in London? Obviously not.
I'll buy you a map.
Exactly. or some glasses, I
Yeah,
guess.
or
Therefore,
glasses and a
brothers,
map.
it's a matter of logic and a matter of precision
Yes.
and fairness to the faith itself to bring it to the original name as it is.
Yes.
Therefore, this is the importance of things.
I think that answer is very clear.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And we will see, brother, why at the second episode, we will see why it is important to be called by the name that was given to Jesus, peace be upon him, and his followers. When we see who called them Christians, then we understand.
Then you see
then,
the plot.
Then everything
there
will
is a
fit
plot
together.
behind it. Exactly.
It will
Isn't
become
there
very
plot?
clear.
There
There
is
is.
a plot of
There is.
conspiracy.
Another conspiracy. huh?
Exactly. But this is a proven one, brother.
Yes.
This is not a hearsay conspiracy.
Yes.
That's a textual exactitude that follows and desiccates the conspiracy by proof, and you will see later
They
who
are.
called them and why.
They always say fact is better than fiction. So
Absolutely, brother. And we are cosmic proofs, and proofs are to
Proofs
be delivered.
are
Yes.
Yeah.
our motto,
Yeah.
and proofs
proofs
are
is our
our
method.
goal.
And method.
And the methodology
Yeah.
is to bring them to our viewers because we love them and we want to share the more than 20 years of research that led us to these truths and that led us to these proofs, and we want to put them in a matter of half an hour or 1 hour as a concentrated 20 years experience, so that we can share with our brothers out of love the truth of loving the true Jesus, peace be upon him,
And his faith.
and his faith.
and we thank you for your hard work. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
So right before the break, you were about to.
Yes,
read us
I was
something.
gonna I was gonna introduce some more evidences.
Yes.
Here we have in front of us a book also officially by the Coptic Church of Egypt. It's called Qawanin Hippolytus. They call it the Laws of Hippolytus, which in it they say the Al-Qanun al-Rabi' Ashar, the
law,
the
14th.
14th law of Hippolytus, and they say, now they will see it highlighted in front of them, لا يصر نصراني جنديا إلا إذا ألزمه قائد له السيف. Nobody would be called a Nazarene, a true Nazarene, until he becomes a soldier and that his commander will give him the sword. So we see here that they call them Nazarenes, they
Yes.
call them Nasrani.
By the original
So they know, the church all along have known that their name is Nasrani. So why did it change it, and who changed it, and why, and when, and where? We will see it in a totally dedicated episode to that.
which follows this episode.
Here we have another book also by the Coptic Church. It's called الخريدة النفيسة في تاريخ الكنيسة. They call it the one of a kind,
The wonderful
the wonderful and one of a kind proof of the history of the church. And in it, in page 134, it says, also it's highlighted in front of our brothers and sisters, they see it, it's highlighted in yellow. وأكليه نص الإسكندري وخالط المعلمين النصارى, and he mingled with the Nazarene
sect
elders. فاهتدى إلى النصرانية, and then he was guided to become
a Nazarene.
a Nazarene.
Yes.
So they know here in their history and in the history books
of the church
and
itself.
in the textual books of the church, the older you go further back, the more you will see the word Nazarene or Nasara shown and emphasized.
In other words, brother, as you go along in the manuscripts to the original date and time and place of the faith itself, you see that the name is very clearly, none whatsoever challenged this name, and that's the only name that was given to the followers of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And as you go closer to our times, and this we will address in the following episode, you will see how and why and who changed this name, the original name, the exalted name that Jesus Christ accepted, and how they became nowadays Christians.
Because I mean, this was actually interesting because he said Nasara and Nasraniya.
Exactly.
So he even referred to the religion itself.
Exactly, as it is depicted and named in the Quran.
The religion is Nasraniya and the followers are Nasara.
Yes.
And you have both clearly
as it is
admitted by the church.
so clearly stated in the Quran.
Yes.
So we see who is fairer towards the faith itself. Obviously, the Quran.
Yes.
Because it stayed consistent to the original name that was chosen by Jesus Christ and his followers and accepted by their time. So Quran is the historical manuscript as well as a reference to the faith of Christianity.
That's why, brother.
Yes, and that's the benefit.
Exactly.
That's why, brother, in the Quran, Allah called it Muhayminan alayh.
Yes.
The Quran is controlling all the older books.
Overshadowing.
And controlling
all the books.
It is the reference of
it
truth.
Corrects all the stories
Exactly.
that have
Exactly.
kind of gone astray.
No one can go by and use it. Exactly.
Now you're going to see another document in front of you, dear viewers. It's in the book of Justinius. Justinius was one of the elders of the church. And you will see also highlighted in yellow حتى اضطرب قلبه بالشوق والهيام إلى اعتناق الدين فتعمد وأصبح بطل النصرانية في زمانه.
Allahu Akbar.
And then it talks about Justinius, which is one of the elders of the church, who was originally an enemy of the church. And it says, then he was filled with love and with admiration, and that led him to become a Christian. And then he was
Christian.
No, first it says إلى اعتناق الدين المسيحي فتعمد, and then he was baptized وأصبح بطل النصرانية في زمانه, and then he became the hero of the Nazarenes of his time. Yes.
So with that, we have to end it. That was very, very strong evidence. And I would like to thank our host and thank you, the viewers, for watching this special episode. We'll be back with the next episode.
Brother, there are far more evidences than this, which we will not enumerate now.
Yes.
Probably we'll leave some of it for the next episode.
So we need to just open up their minds.
Exactly.
And
just for them to see that this is textual
proofs
of the name and its origins.
Yes. So join us with the next episode where we find out where the name Christian came from. Huh? All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.